nigga behind me with a gauge and a nigga over here with a 357 looking for me, right? After they shot at us and was running around with a mask, and that's crazy. And I made it back in the house. Tim wasn't in there. So, and then when Stinker was there, just so happened. A girl came to the door and knocked and said, your brother's out there. And then I said, is he moving? You know, we real high. You know, is he moving? Mm-hmm. But we still scared to go outside. They still out there.
Mm-hmm. They still out there? The shooters are still out there?
The shooters is out there somewhere. They popped up around.
So go back to the beginning for me, bro, because I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole story.
And this is when we grinding, I think it was 85. And this is, and it was Crips, blood, everything was out there. There was a lot of money at these apartments. You know, you could actually just go out there with you know, maybe a 4 count and you'd be done and be trying to get some more and just.
What's a 4 count?
400.
Oh, okay. You know, $400?
400 and dubs, and you can go out there and slang that real fast. Like, you know, maybe 10 minutes. The cars used to just come through like a drive-thru. I swear to God. But this is late at night.
Okay.
You ain't got no business out there.
Okay, so paint the picture for us, because like me, I don't know what the
we come out the house.
Some of the words you talking about, I understand, but okay, you got to make sure our listeners understand it too. So if you flinging, what are you doing out there?
We selling drugs.
Okay.
We selling drugs back in 85.
Okay.
Terrible thing. But we also was using back then. Okay. And I'm standing outside. I had walked out first, and Tim was with our other partner, G. We was in an abandoned apartment, and I came out first. And you walk out to the back of the apartments where the parking lot is. I hate parking lots to this day, especially at night. But I've had to deal with them for years and years. But to this day, you know, I hate parking lots.
You get caught up in a parking lot.
I'm standing here on the sidewalk, and then here's the cars right here, and he's on the back side of the cars. I don't know yet. I'm standing there. Tim and them is walking up, but it's a walkway, and they're coming down, and so my body is kind of. They can't really. They're talking as they're walking, and this guy jumps up in a ski mask, and it's terrible. In this day and age, and everybody with a mask now. Yeah. Because back then, after this happened, I knew that any time after this, because when he jumped up, I thought it was a joke. I said, I look, and he's over there. He's about from me, a little bit further than you. Okay. He's jumped up and he got his hand. He's like this though, and he's got a ski mask on. And to be truthful, it probably was around September or something, right?
Mm-hmm. It's cold.
It wasn't hot then. It was kind of cold.
But it's at night, right?
There's somebody playing with me. He's just standing there. And I'm like, what's going on? You know, after a minute, I start wondering, what's going on with that? And he's just looking at me like you looking. He ain't saying nothing. Tim and them is walking up as he's doing this. They can't really see him. I'm blocking. They're coming up, and I'm kind of blocking him. But he's like this. He's behind the car first. Then he moved over to where you can walk through. He moved over like this. He still got his hand behind his back. So now, anytime somebody got their hand behind his back and they ain't saying nothing, you want, what's behind, you want to know. So he showed you what's behind his back. The nigga had a 357 and not the snub. And that's a big old gun. And he pulled it up and he said, what's up, cuz? And see, I kind of knew what to say. We was in red shit that day. We was bloods and shit that day. We ain't in that shit. But anyway. But I know he tripping. He got a 350. He got it like this. First I couldn't see it, but when he did that, I jerked. Like, he's like, what's that? He said, what's up, cuz? And I'm like, what's up, man? And he said, what set you from, cuz? I still remember just everything he said. I said, this made him mad, though. I said, Tim was coming up. I'm still worried from my little brother, too. He's coming, right? Right. And he ain't seeing what's going on, really. But I'm kind of doing like this, and then he said, what set you from, cuz? This when he got mad. I said, man, I'm from all over, man. He said, you from all over. Said, nigga, lay on the ground. And that's when I jerked down a little bit. And that's when Tim and them could see.
Okay.
And they close snapped. But he said, nigga, lay on the ground. But I didn't get on the ground. But like, hey, man. And when they seen that, they immediately jerked and ran. Immediately. When they seen the nigga and seen the gun. And so that took the tension off me.
Right.
Right when he was saying lay down, they heard that and they took, but that nigga, so he showed what he was gonna do if we'd have laid down, he'd have robbed us and just killed, because this nigga was trying to kill him. Boom, 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 boom. That's what a 357. This is a cannon, Nico. Every time it go off, you jerk. I'm jerking away. I end up jerking it up into a bush to save my life. And so I seen blasting Tim and them, but when Tim and them run around the corner, Nico, boom! Another real loud. Gauges is real loud, right? Just boom! And I knew my little brother just ran that way, right? Gary come running back this way. This nigga did blasted the first time. Boom, boom, boom at him again and nicked him. And Gary ran off and got away. Now I'm in the bush. He's looking for me. But I already done heard this cannon behind me. It's a nigga somewhere over here with a cannon. But I don't really know Tim's blasted. I know Tim didn't run back this way like Gary did. And I'm torn between this, a nigga behind me with a gauge and a nigga over here with a 357 looking for me, right? So I'm like this. You be really, really super scared, right? And I'm in the bush, in the middle of a bush like this, trying to, like a mouse, right? Trying not to make no noise. And fucking you end up doing like this. And I said, fuck it. And I just broke through the middle. Ran around the front. As I ran around the front, I seen the one, this turned out to be the one that had to shoot Tim. He shot Tim and he ran around here. And he ran, and now I'm hiding over here for a minute. He ran around here. And the dope dealer's, the baller's house was upstairs. He was at the low window and he started blasting up there in that window. So that scared me more. And I finally got around, got the stage door, said, oh, they took a minute. I think Jeanette opened her stink. And that's when they had heard what was going on. I explained what's really, and so everybody, where's Tim? What's up with Tim? And, we frantic.
Yeah.
No, man. And, we walking around and we crying and shit, right? Because Tim, we thinking, and we already was thinking bad, and you can't go out there. These niggas is running around with masks, going nuts, right? And it's more than one, right? And they out there. And so this is only like 3 minutes. This is only like 4 minutes after this shit all started. But I'm in the house now. Then we get a motherfucking knock, okay? And it's a little soft knock, right? Like some slick shit, right? We like, oh, man, we in there. It was and it's this one pretty broad used to be over there that smoked. She ain't even scared out there. She's still out there. She's in a soft knock too. I'd have been banging and trying to get in. She ain't even tripping. Like she just breathing through. She was beautiful too, but she was a smoked out. She did the soft, but she was checking on. She did the soft knock. We scared now. These motherfuckers knocking like we squatting like that. They even had a strap too. And we squatting like, what the fuck, man? She's gonna die, man. And she said something real low. Who is that? And I forget her name. She said her name. She said, I'm wondering why the fuck we hurry up and open it, right? To see. And she just whispers. She was a trip. She used to whisper. She don't rush. And she was real pretty. But smoked out. She's out there with the killers, man. Ain't even worried. Your brother's out there. He's laying down. So now we really like, what you mean, man? What? She like, he's laying down. She's crying too. She knew Tim, right? She knew him. I'm like, what? I said, is he moving? She was like, nah, he ain't moving. And we really got Tim, right? So me and Tim, like, damn, man, Tim, man. And then we chilled for a minute because that was a blow, right?
You was thinking
we still ain't going out. We got the door open though. We ain't really that scared no more because we was thinking about Tim now, because she making it seem like he gone, right? And we heard the bang. I heard the bang close up.
So what's going on in your mind?
So we like, he gone, right? I think I had to sit down for a second. But this is still like minutes later. These niggas are still around.
Right.
But we ain't really scared at that moment. And then we just said, fuck it, man. Come on, man. Let's go. No. Right after that, the ambulance came. Lights went by. And that's, you know what I mean? We thinking Tim gone. Now that you see the lights go by, you know, real quick, and they go into the, I'm like, oh, God. So we go out there. Stays in front of me. He got a gun in his hand. He go out. He in front of me. Tim's laying up there, but he got his back to us. Looking dead, he go. I'm like,
not moving.
He's looking dead. He's trying not to move now because the killers, they had walked back up to Tim and said, look, I killed that little nigga. The killers was real, right? They thought he had to fake dead that night. I had to skip that part.
I heard about
I'm on
that.
the other ass end part.
Right.
Because Tim ended up telling us that later. Wow, he looked dead. He looked like the John Ross, man, like from the, you know, walking just like, not just like us with John Ross, it was different. I had a guy that night, but this night, it was just scary. Stink went up first, and he touched Tim. Tim still didn't move for a second.
He didn't know who y'all was.
So I'm really like, oh, man, this thing, man, how we gonna tell her, you know? And then he moved. Because he was faking dead and he was still scared.
Yeah.
So he even didn't move with Stink first. But then he was happy, like, woo. And but then when I walked up, well, I was happy. He was like, oh, I couldn't believe it, right? I got up to him quick. But when I got up to him, this whole section right here was bloody. All right here. I mean, it's from in this leg, it's bloody. Ambulance is even there, and they ain't even rushing to move him or nothing. Because he was like in shock as he's looking at Stink, looking, you know, like he wanted help, you know, like, man, you know. And I said, Tim's you, and I asked him, Tim, did they shoot you in your dick, man? And he said, I don't know, man. It's all numb. Then I said, you cool? He said, I pretend like I'm cool. Man, he said, it's numb, no, I ain't really. I said, because Tim's a lot of blood right there, man. You know,
oh my God, he wasn't. Y'all was this calm, like that's too gang.
We was trying to be calm for him because
right.
he was like in shock,
right?
And he got all this right here, and he can't feel nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know what's, you know. It looked like he got shot in his thing, and he did, but it went through this leg in his thing into this leg.
Right.
So it wasn't like just boom, you know, but it looked like that, and he wasn't moving. It even looked like paralyzed, you know, he wasn't moving the bottom half. And so, and they wasn't moving, and they finally got it. We crying on that, it ain't come. It's a bad scene. And I'm thinking it started being a crowd out there, and we're on the scene crying, because we're mad that it was like an attack, you know, and we're mad. And then it turned out to like, you start thinking, these motherfucking killers, we cussing and getting loud. It was like the killers could be in the crowd. You know, that's how bad and devious. I'm like, start thinking, the motherfuckers is out here. They watching. You know, they done took the mask. You know what I'm saying? They was organized. These motherfuckers did this shit before. You know, they was organized, right? And we wasn't organized. We had never seen nothing like that. And they was like every day to them, you know. And I always thought it was some LA cats or something. You know, they was organized for real. They wasn't scared or like trying to leave fast. They was hanging around long, taking over the whole, you know what I mean? They wasn't, they was like, you know, military motherfuckers. They knew what they was doing. Tim had ran that way. They had one just for motherfuckers just trying to run and get away. You know, these motherfuckers was running from this side, running to this side, shooting up in the windows, you know. They start making you think these motherfuckers was everywhere.
Right.
So,
you can't go nowhere.
Here with it, man. There's one here. It's one here too.
Right.
It's one, so you be like, you don't want to go nowhere, right? Ain't nowhere you can just stay put. Because these motherfuckers took over, right? And that's what they did. And Snake moved out there the next day, man.
Did he?
He moved out there the next day.
I didn't know that.
That was we was young, Nico, you know, and then when you see these motherfuckers trying to kill you like this for nothing, it's for nothing. We hadn't did nothing to none of them. You know, they was getting money, I guess, they people, and we was getting money. It was over gangbanging shit and turf, man. That's all it was over.
Yeah.
You know, it was so much money over there, they was trying to run niggas out. And
Y'all
they would have shot any young kid. Tim was young.
Yeah.
They
16.
shoot boys.
16.
Okay, and this nigga looked at 13.
Yeah, you right about that.
Tim was little. I was even
that.
little when I was in junior high and high school. I was short. No bullshit. But Tim was little. And to shoot little niggas like that and walk over them, you know what I'm saying? And you black, these niggas is black. By the way they talk, they was black. You know, you couldn't see these niggas at all, though. They had the mask that pulled all the way down. And you be looking at, trying to look through, you know what I mean? And then you be thinking, okay, these niggas had to have a mask. Must be some of these motherfucking niggas around here. You know what I'm saying?
They must, yeah.
Right, because they was
must
gonna
be
kill everybody
recognizable.
anyway. Why you need a mask? If you finna kill everybody, because they was coming to kill. No, these motherfuckers was around us and all that shit, man. You know, cousins or something of them. Or, yeah, they was organized. And they did come take over that night. They came through, man, and they wasn't playing. Dude that started it, he wasn't playing at all. When he was blasting at Tim, we was looking at the holes in it. He bust the laundry windows out. It looked just like this. The windows is just like high like this. And then it go like this, and then it's up. He bust these out. So he's trying to hit these niggas, you know, head.
Yep.
So he was trying to kill them. They're making it. Tim had made it. They had made it. I was happy because I thought I was going to see him get killed right in front of my eyes with a cannon, right? If that hit you anywhere, you know, you just like with the gauge, but Tim just was lucky and made it. But when he ran around that corner, it was something even louder than this cannon. And that one was scared to hell. And that one just sounded like death. And all I could think was, I know I just seen my brother run that way. Okay. But that wasn't for him. You know what I mean? You be in denial. You know what I mean? No, that wasn't for that, not that cannon. That wasn't for him. Tim made that. Gary came back through. I still was like, okay, Tim must have made it that way. And Tim was good with faking and shit. He could fake you out when you chase him down. He could shake you good when he was young. So I'm like, Tim made it. But it was for him. But and it sounded so much like Death Nico. It was final. When that one went off, it was like he didn't even, like he had to shoot like 6 times. When this one went off, he say no more. You know what I mean? That was that. It's just like a bomb went off. And even when I made it in the house, that's all you could think about. That bomb, that last bomb that went off. It was some more. He shot up in the window after that, but when he shot Tim, he was around the bend where I couldn't see him, but he wasn't far. He was right there. It was loud. And Tim, I didn't hear no scream, but somebody said, or Tim told me, or the girl said they heard Tim saying something or whispering something or something, because Tim was fake dead, which was to save his life, because they walked back over him and said, look, I killed that little nigga. Okay, and then left again. So he's still fake dead when they left again.
Could you imagine that?
Tell me they said that's like when the police had him down and told him, we don't want you niggas on this side of the bridge. When the west side sat and we had to watch him get beat that time. The brutality, them niggas did the same thing. They thought he was dead. You know, they go around killing little niggas, man. And they had no problem. These was brothers, man. And so, you know, that taught us a lot. To this day, Tim, me, we both shell shocked. We don't like when go. A nigga behind me with a gauge and a nigga over here with a 357 looking for me, right?